Abdullahi Gumel. I represent Jigawa Northwest of Jigawa State, and I chair the committee on the Senate Committee on State and Local Government Administration.
Okay. What actually informed today's bill on local government administration?
Like I said during the moving of the motion, that we are inundated by complaints, petitions from various Nigerians that some of the councils were being manned by a caretaker committee, which is strange to the Nigerian Constitution. And we are all Nigerians. We know that the local government, the third tier of government, which is closer to the grassroots and the people, is not working. So we wanted to conduct a public hearing so that all stakeholders, the Algon, the Governors Forum, and Nigerians who are concerned about the administration of local government can come. We interface with everybody, and then we aggregate our findings and report back to the Senate. Those things that need for the constitutional amendment, we send them for the constitutional amendment. Those that will be taken care by the provision of the present constitution as amended, then in fact, we don't want to isolate anybody. We want to be open and discuss with stakeholders, be it the state governors and the local government councils. Then we dialogue and come to a consensus of what should be done. But really, local government administration, the third tier of government, like the president said, like the vice president said, like the senate president said, and all Nigerians are saying that this is the administration that is closer to the grassroots. It should be allowed to work. So it's a matter of not just by the executive peers. No, we dialogue, negotiate, and see to arrive at a consensus between the stakeholders. So we are there to give the platform for this interface between the stakeholders. That's all.
Okay, you know it's a constitutional issue.
Yes.
And part of the local government amendment, I mean the constitutional amendment that will allow the local government to function is a constitutional issue.
No, this is a wrong assumption.
Okay.
We want to conduct the public hearing within the provision of the present constitution. We are not taking items that are for constitutional amendment, but the provision within the existing constitution as amended.
Okay, so are we optimistic that during your own committee tenure, we'll be able to achieve that, looking at it that in the past, the local government themselves were the ones resisting the autonomy for the local government based on some political interests?
No, they are not the local government that are resisting. In fact, constitutional amendment doesn't require the local government. It requires the State House of Assemblies. So the State House of Assemblies, some because of a lack of proper communication, the governors feel that if the local government, if their responsibility is going to be taken away from them, this kind of thing. So some state assemblies resisted for the amendment to go. But we are not talking about going to amend the constitution, which is, there's a lot of politics there. But the provision within the existing constitution. They are there, they are constitutional provision. We just have to evoke it. But we cannot just evoke it without coming into consensus with the various stakeholders.
Yes, I distinguished.
I noticed during the debate on the motion, the common
Thinking of abrogation of the joint account. The meaning of the joint account is any allocation from the federation account meant for the council. The RGR, the local internally generated revenue from the state, I think there's a percentage that should be added to that. That's inform the joint account, meant for the local government. So it's not only the allocation from the state, but from the federation account, but it has to be a percentage, I think 5 or 10% of internally generated revenue from the state should be added and given to the local governments.
Right, distinguished, you have the grassroots.
Yes. I intend to do this by dialogue. We are all politicians. We sit down and talk to ourselves and agree. The present constitution provided that local government administration is guaranteed, Section 7. So you have to, this is a constitution that we have sworn to uphold. So we have to sit down and come to agreement with the stakeholders, the state, even the federal government. We have to create give and take. Maybe we have to talk to the federal government. If the state feels that some of their responsibility has been taken over, so we have to talk to the federal government to devalue some of their responsibilities to the state, which glaringly everybody has seen it. Maybe in agriculture, maybe be it in agriculture, be it in health, be it in education. Like for instance, in health, that primary health care, is the responsibility of the local government. Secondary health care is the responsibility of the state. And the tertiary health care is the responsibility of the federal government. If the federal government can take the tertiary health care, so they will have little, and they can be improved to any standard. They can be bring up to any standard that our people may not have to go outside the country looking for health care. so that we can provide all the health care we need, because we have narrowed the control and supervision and the funding. Likewise, the education. Our universities and tertiary institutions are crying for funds, for funding, for year in, year out. So if we can narrow the responsibility of the federal government and devalue some of the responsibility to the state, I think we can be able to achieve. So what we need, we have it. We have a president who has the political will to do all these changes within the ambit of law. So I don't think this president will be very difficult in trying to develop some of the responsibilities to the state. So I think by dialogue, we can be able to achieve a lot, since we have a leader. Yes.
To achieve your goal.
Yes.
But this 1999 constitution has practically kept local government administration under the state government.
Yes.
And then this has made it very difficult for the local government to work, because some of the state executives, the governors, practically what is happening in the local government is that the allocation from the federation account, when it comes to that joint account or whatever the label it, they don't even give local governments enough money from there to even pay salaries. They are the one buying tractors and buses for the local government at whatever price they want. For example, if a local government is getting 80 million naira per month, he doesn't see 20 only. So if there is no constitutional amendment, and to have that constitutional amendment, you require the consent of the state house of assemblies. So how, with your dialogue and stakeholders, how do you think you can wangle how do you come out of this?
No, there is constitutional amendment that the money going there,
Okay, sir.
it should be in the manner
Okay.
prescribed by the National Assembly.
Okay, sir.
So the National Assembly has the responsibility to prescribe the manner that the funds go there.
Okay.
And like I say, we are not just saying that this must happen, but with dialogue, because the Senate now is being populated by state governors. Quite a number of them are there, and they appreciate that what they were doing was wrong. And we have to bring changes. And we're in the era of change. And I'm sure we'll look at it holistically, and the committee intend to interface with the president personally, the vice president, and the government agencies in the federal government, to interface with the governors forum, to interface with the Algon. We'll have some challenges. This fund should not just go directly now to local government, because the capacity of the staffing and the people there has to be improved before they start handling funds. If not, even the funds there, they will be misappropriated. But we have to build their capacity, both political office holders at the local government level and the bureaucracy of the local government. We have to build their capacity, and then If you bring it at far, then you can be able to send the funds that they can be able to handle and give the Nigerians the much needed dividend of democracy that they are waiting for.
Okay, currently most of the local governments in this country are all bulk areas of salaries. A lot of them, in some states, are paid, they used to pay them 30%, 20%, 30% of their salary over the years, in the previous 5-6 years and thereabout. How would you reconcile these differences in your consideration for this autonomy? Would they, at the end of it, would they be able to meet up all these?
We are not saying we are having autonomy in the sense that the local government and the state have no relationship. No. The responsibilities of local government is under the state government. So what we want to interface is that the state should allow the local government to function. Even if they are going to send some of the staffing from the state back to the local government council to handle this important aspect. So be it. The state should do that. But what we want is that we must have a 3-tier of government according to the Constitution, federal, state, and local government. And why we feel even we are inundated by so many requests by legislators, be it in the National Assembly, the State Assembly, and the various local governments, there are so much demand because that tier of government is not working. If that tier of government is working, ours will be an intervention. But not the responsibility of local government. People will come to us saying they want us to build roads for them, or to do such things. But our own should be an intervention, argumenting what the local governments are doing and, in terms of intervening in various aspects. But not to take over the responsibility. But at the moment, if you ask legislators from the state assemblies to the National Assembly, that's what they are facing. And they want to, you as a legislator, to come and build road, dig boreholes for them, provide electricity for them. These are something that a tier of government is supposed to do that, not you, because you don't have any budget for that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.